from the Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. There's nothing quite like wrapping up the regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. Kickoff. Out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put the...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Still moving up the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going with the ground game left. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Looking downfield at St. Clair. Snagged out of the air. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Stanford. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Guys, let's take a big picture view of Stanford. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look... start from this offense. What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Barry Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Wisconsin's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Finds his man down the middle. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. The 10. Touchdown, Badger. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. Breaks the tackle. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one of this postseason showdown. Let's take a look at the stats so far. We've got a good one on our hands here. Let's hope we keep those good vibes going here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll go right back to the run. They make the tackle at the 22, and we'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Stanford now has it in the red zone. To the air, it's St. Clair. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to throw. Wide out trying to get in. And the catch and run. offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman, David. What's his... Oh, he's got some space. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Badgers headed quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the middle because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get...
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Wide receivers, you know, they might at least have a hint of diva in them, right? Like, they're always open, according to them. And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The give from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's third down.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Black. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Stanford quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. It's St. Clair. It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. They just keep firing. Here's the pressure. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this 1st half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. You're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Parrish. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
Finds a soft spot. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford!
A really nice job on their final drive of the 1st half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
So So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air. It's O'Neal. Quick strike complete. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, on paper, we wondered what this matchup might look like. And through 2 quarters of ball in the Dukes-Mayo kickoff game, it's been an ideal way to tee up the new season. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
With that, I'll just say it's great to have football back. Let's send it back to the guys at the Dukes-Mayo kickoff game for the second half.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. The play-action fake. Finds the tight end. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it. .41 with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quickly complete, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Looking for a man, it's O'Neal. Makes the grab on the left. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. unloads quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
And the Badgers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. All wideouts, no backs. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's caught. He's got room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Out of the gun, the inside kick. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for room, it's Parrish. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying.
Brings him to the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Cardinal! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it up to 30. Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Badgers. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. They got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on.
Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run. The OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. Finding open areas. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Stanford at the line on 1st down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Stanford at the line on 1st down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. It's 1st down from the 11. They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Touchdown, Stanford! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
To the air, it's O'Neal. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. 3rd down coming.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. The sure hands, it's Hughes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
Spikes the ball on the clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Right on the money. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They'll run play action. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Brown will throw it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. And finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rides to back and leaves it. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
Now, when I'm in OT, and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football, I showed a little bit of conservativeness. I gotta take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Right down the boulevard. And they go back on top.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. The give out of the gun. stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get...
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
This offense has it with really good field position. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Cardinal! A great catch and run for 6. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.